updated to me before. All right. So a very good evening, friends. Today, 23rd of December 2024, and maybe more than hundreds of sessions so far online with you all live. And today's session, I'm going to do it in a different way, friends. How to start a preschool in India. I hope before you all join for today's session, you all have some information. So let me take this class or session in a different way. And before that, whoever is joining, please keep on writing your location with phone numbers so that it will help us to reach to you if needed. All right. So friends, let me ask you that you as the clearly says that how to start a preschool, and you all wants to start a preschool. You may be thinking about it. You must have checked with some other people, other brands, small or big, physically or personally or verbally or by email or by WhatsApp messages, right? So can I know that is preschool education in India is compulsory right now? Do you think preschool in India is compulsory education? Rather than I start speaking for 45 minutes, I'll ask you some 100, 200 questions and I'll try to correct it. Do you think the preschool education in India is compulsory in the year 2024? Ekta, Mithilesh, I got the answer. What about other people? Do you think the preschool education in India is compulsory? Do you think the preschool education in India is compulsory? Compulsory means you have to attend nursery, LKG, and UKG to get into a regular school of standard one. That this mean that the preschool education in our country is compulsory. Okay, so 3, 4 of you all says yes. Yes, friends, this is after the new education policy June 2020, right? We have been recognized and we are a part of school education right now. But still, as a government education policy 2020, it is important and it is compulsory. But still, as the governments are not prepared, the state governments are not prepared to make it more compulsory. More means to mandatory kind of thing. It is compulsory, but it is still an optional right now. Even your child has not attended a preschool, can go to a first standard. As per NEP, it is mandatory, but as per the government, those who are not prepared so far, so it is not a mandatory as of still. It is not a mandatory for the parents to send them to a preschool. But the new education policy 2020 have recognized this set of education foundational years, right? They call it as a preschool, right? And that is a part of school education. It means if it's a part of school education, it is like a compulsory education. But because of the rules, because of the time, because of maybe money, or maybe because of people, they are not in the government so far to take this responsibility mandatorily. So still people are struggling. Still people like us, those who are running preschool, do not have ideas that I should go and get my school register, or I should be able to send my nursery student for LKG only after the certification or transfer certificates, right? So there are a lot of issues still going on, but still, as a government rules and regulation, most of our, not most, 99% of our states do not have any guidelines about running a preschool so far. There may be guidelines, but that is not in place right now. There may be guidelines, but that is not being followed right now. There has been guideline, but that is not applicable as on today. So that's it from my side on the government rules and regulations. Any questions so far? Any clarity on the government rules and regulation? To start a preschool, compulsory education, TC process, some government, because how you have a Aadhaar and PAN, right? the school also have a student number. The government also will issue a student number, but as on today, it is not applicable to preschool. All right. So once government start recognizing preschools, they will issue a student number also, PEN. All right, PEN number, not PAN PAN. Okay, that is for income tax. Right. So once that is applicable in your state, once your school is registered, that same PEN number your child will carry from nursery to 10th grade and 12th grade and to colleges also in future. It's like this. All right, friends. Okay, what should be my next question? What should be a size, an ideal size to start a preschool? What should be an ideal size to start a preschool? A building I'm talking about in square feet, or if you don't understand the size in terms of square feet, then how many rooms, how many classrooms, how many play area, how big should be the play area, and the other things required to start a preschool. All right. So Ekta says 1500, Kavita says 3000. Anybody else? Anybody else? So preschool, friends, preschool means you have four classes, playgroup, right, which is like a pre-nursery, nursery, LKG, and UKG, right? So there are four classes. For four classes, we generally have one classroom for playgroup, two for nursery because nursery admissions will be very high, one for LKG and one for UKG. So we need almost like 5-6 space, right? If each classroom is around 12 12 feet by 15 feet, which is around 180 to 200 square feet, right? For five rooms, we need around 1200 square feet, and small play area, which is justified size is around 1500 square feet. You can go for more bigger also. You can go up to 2000, 3000, 4000, and 5000, but your investments will permit the rental value and the investment required to set up the premises. All right, that we'll talk later on. So 1500 square feet is a good to go, good to start. 2000 is an ideal space. 3000 I can go, but my investment should permit. All right. It should be residential area, right? It should not be in a very crowded commercial area. It is possible in a commercial area, but not a crowded commercial area. Residential area, preferably a independent house. House means you already have partitions for rooms, so you don't need to invest more money into wooden partitions, right, or walls. So I always prefer a ground floor, a residential area, a ground floor building, a ready independent house. Ground and first okay, ground and first ground is okay, ground and first is okay, but not the first and second floors. Friends, try to avoid first and second floors. Ground and first together is fine because you can take LKG, UKG to the first floor, but not first floor school, because parents, those who are children, those who are very young, 1.5, 2.5, 3 years, playgroup and nursery children, you should not take them on the steps, right? So avoid first floors. But yes, there is an what you call as Mumbai, place as a Mumbai, you can definitely go for first, second floor also because rentals are very high, space availability is very low in the ground floor. So you can, only exception is Mumbai. Okay, apart from Mumbai, you should avoid going to first floor and second floor. All right, friends, any specific this thing for a building size? Any queries for a building size? I told you 12 by 12, 12 by 15, 12 by 20 will be an ideal classroom size. You need around 4-5 rooms and a play area, right, to accommodate around 10, 20, 30, 40 children. And 1500 square feet will be ideal size to start. 2000 is a very average good size. And if you are going beyond 2000 and up to 3000 square feet, your investment and your rental should permit for the same. Is that all? I need, friends, I want you to keep writing and give me a thumbs up or something so that I know that I am speaking to people, those who are live like me. Otherwise, I do not know how many of you are seriously listening to me and not doing anything apart from this. It is not a recorded session, friend. I'm not recording. I am live with you people. So I request you all to be live. That is the reason I am also doing the same session again and again. But I have that passion. So I do have that energy. I want that energy back from you also. Right. Thank you, Ekta ji, for coming on the video. All right. Friends, done with the space? Kavita ji and Mithilesh, you have written 3,000 and 2,200 square feet. If your rental is permitting, if your investment permit, because bigger the space, higher the investment. Yes or no? Right? If you give more space, if you need more, if you have a bigger space, you will be investing more for it. Because once you cannot keep the building empty, you have to paint it, you have to clean it, you have to fill it with toys and furnitures, right? You should decorate it. So do as per the requirements, right? Right. I will definitely, if as an experienced school owner, if I am starting up a preschool, I'll start at least 2,400 to 3,000 square feet space. But when you are starting up as a first venture, first preschool, right? I can guide you for 1,200, 1,500, 17, 1,800 square feet itself. That is fine. But when you are reopening your second branch, when you are opening a good preschool, right, futuristic preschool, that time I'll definitely suggest you to go for a bigger premises, 2,400 to 3,000 square feet. Is that all clear, friends? Now, what I found out and which I always try to give it to all the people, those who are planning to start a preschool, that this business has got one bottom line, and which I think since last 15, 16 of years of my franchise career, I really speak to all of the prospective preschool franchise partners. Your rental value, right? Your rental value per month should be lesser than or equals to fees per child per annum. 1 month of rent should be lesser than, right, for the one child's per annum fees. Then you are at the right place with the right rental values. It means for 12 children, as soon as you get 12 children fees, and that is what, as soon as you get 12 admission, you ensure that my rental value is taken care of. My break even of rental will happen. If your fees is 30,000 rupees, your rental should not exceed 30,000. If your rental is 30,000 rupees, your fees has to be more than 30,000 rupees. This is rent is per month I'm talking about, fees per annum I'm talking about. Is that clear, friends? If this is the equation, you can start a preschool in any part of India, right, without any concern of a lot. Trust me. Ekta, I have written it. आपने जो मैसेज लिखा ना उससे ऊपर मैंने लिखा है, उस लाइन को पढ़ो. इस लाइन को 100 टाइम्स पढ़ लेना फ्रेंड्स. बिफोर यू स्टार्ट ए प्री स्कूल, रीड दिस लाइन 100 टाइम्स. What I am trying to say. Go to your terrace. This is what I used to say. Take it as a joke, right? Go to your terrace, throw a stone. Wherever this equation holds good, you start a preschool there itself. Jitna rent, right? Utna fees. जितना फीस उसे कम रेंट अगर है, तो you will be able to succeed it, right? Let me, Rajiv ji, can I talk to you? As because I know you personally, so I can ask you something. Rajiv ji, I'm just giving you an example or a small statement to say yes or no, or just to make that people understood with my this line or not. Rajiv ji, can I unmute you? Nandini, can you unmute? All right. Rajiv ji, your rental is 1 lakh and your fees is 50,000 rupees per annum. Rental per month is 1 lakh and your fees is 50,000 rupees. Is this a good place with the right fees?
योर ब्रेक इवन डबल्स, आपके फॉर्मूले के हिसाब से आपका ब्रेक इवन डबल हो जाएगा. इट विल बी डिफिकल्ट टू ब्रेक इवन अर्ली.
So you need 24 children only to pay your
एग्जैक्ट.
rentals.
12 बच्चों की जगह इंस्टेड ऑफ 12 चिल्ड्रन यू नीड
Yes.
24 चिल्ड्रन. सो ब्रेक
So
इवन विल बी मच लेटर.
yes. So friends, पहले ये समझना है, अगर 12-24 बच्चों में अगर आप खाली रेंट निकालोगे, if you will only collect your rental in 24 children, with 24 children, what about your other expenses? You have salaries, you have water, you have van, you have this, you have that, you have electricity, you have marketing. Harita, you have to understand. This is what I'm trying to say. Rents are high. If you think rents are high, you have to go on a very higher fee structure also, right? Right? You have to understand this point, friends. And see, this rental are depend upon a paying capacity of the area. Right? You have to say that it is not that every part of Hyderabad the rental are high or rental are same. Different part of Hyderabad, different rentals. Different profile of the parents are also staying, right? You have to understand that part. When you are taking expensive buildings and when your rent, see the first, I'll say the what you call as first understanding to this business is the rental value. If it's not your own building, trust me, you will only go in losses if this equation is not right. So from day one of the building, you start making losses. 5-10% plus and minus is fine. If your fees is 35, right? If your rental is 40, I can adjust for some 1 or 2 children. Not if I'm not able to break even for 12 children, I'm breaking even for rental for 15 children. It is fine, but not 24 children, not 36 children, not 40 children. I have seen many people, they are not able to break even their rental itself. If your own building, never mind anything. You can go and do whatever you want, whatever the fee structure you want to charge. But when it is rental premises, right? See, this is what I say, friends. 33% of your expenses goes into rental itself. 33% will go towards your other expenses of salary, water, electricity, phone, this and that itself. Another 30% of business, if you don't do, right, then where is the money? If you are really working for a passion, right, that passion has to be self-sufficient at least, right? All right, let's go that Pritam, my break even is not happening with 33%, it is happening for 45%. Agree. But do you make money out of that 55? Or you have to pump money? And please write on an Excel sheet when you will be able to make money out of this preschools. 6 महीने में निकाल लोगे, साल में निकाल लोगे, 1.5 साल में निकाल लोगे, 3 years. At least you should be able to make your business profitable in 3 years. But if your calculation is not allowing you to see a profitable business for 3 years, I don't want you to start a preschool in that premises with that rentals. All right, friends? Is that clear? Bigger the premises, bigger the rentals, bigger the investments. Jitna fees, जिस हिसाब से whichever the fees, whichever the areas you go. See, friends, every parent needs a very best of the preschool. But I cannot provide the best of preschool with lower fee structures. मैं जिस एरिया में जाऊंगा, the area which I will go, and I will provide the same services, same standard of requirements as per the fees only. If you will be paying me for a Maruti Omni, I'll give you a service as per Maruti Omni. But parents' expectation is they want to pay for Maruti Omni and they need a features of BMW, which is not possible. And you want to run a school with a Maruti facility, but you are trying to give a BMW features, sorry, you will fail. You will not be able to provide it. That also you should keep it in mind. Don't every educator wants to bring the best to the school in terms of training, in terms of technology, in terms of toys, in terms of infrastructure. मैं भी अच्छा करना चाहता हूँ, but if I get fees only, I'll be able to do that, right? Or I'll pump money from my own pocket, and my fee structure is for social service of 25,000 rupees. 1 lakh rupee rental and 25,000 fees. I need 48 children to break even my rental only. right, friends? You have to be very, what you call as a edupreneur, you have to understand, right? Passionate educators, I understand. I have seen many passionate educators, but you are edupreneurs also, right? You should be able to understand that how I will make my education business as a profitable business. Otherwise, you have to shut down. All right, friends, I will not have much time to talk, but yes, Mr. Rajiv, I'll give you some space to talk. Go ahead, quick.
Uh, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
I think, Preetam, what you're saying is very valid, because if we were to draw a comparison with the restaurant business and the shops, retail shops, the same principle is applicable for that. What you're trying to say is your biggest constraint is land or the real estate. If you don't get it right, getting teachers will be possible. Getting the other admin staff will be possible. But identifying the right property is your single biggest constraint. The business is not so complex, but the most critical thing is businesses shut down, restaurants and retail shops, they shut down only because of rent. So very valid point. I think you emphasized this many times in your previous meetings. I think you can't oversimplify or overemphasize this. It is what it is. Very well said. Thank you very much.
So, friends, this is very important because 33% of your expenses, I told you, is going to be in terms of your building rentals, that you should be planned for it. All right, friends, going to the next part, as I was trying to tell you, let me explain it to you. We are running schools at 85 schools across India. And I have seen this part of things, right? If you are talking about a fee structure of around 12,000 to 25,000 rupees, your rent has to be maximum, right? In the same range, right? As I already explained you. For these fees, your investment should be at least around 3 to 5 lakhs of rupees, right? I'm writing it. See, don't go to a rural part of India where you are not going to get more than 25,000 fees and you are investing 15 lakhs of rupees for a school. This is also a mistake people are doing it. People investing crores of rupees and they are not getting a lakhs of rupees for fees also. That is also a wrong statements, wrong decisions, I'll say, right? So 12,000 to 25,000 fees, your investment should not exceed 3 to 5 lakhs rupees, right? When you are talking about 25,000 fees, I'm talking about all inclusive. 25,000 to 30, let's say I'll write 50,000. I'll go a little on a higher side. You have to invest 5 to 10 lakhs of rupees. Depending upon area, depending upon fees, I'll be able to invest it. I'm investing 50 lakhs of rupees, but I'm getting fees of 30,000 rupees. Not a right business decision. So if you are trying to invest 50,000 rupees to, let's say, 1 lakh rupee fees you want to take, right, per annum, right? It is all per annum. So your investment should go up to at least 15 to 25 lakhs of rupees. You have to plan accordingly, friends, right? This is how you have to plan. Otherwise, your school will not look like what you want to charge. Yes or no? I told you, bigger the premises, higher the investment, right? Bigger the premises, higher the rent, right? But higher the fees, it has to be higher the investment also. Yes or no? जिस हिसाब से बिल्डिंग बनाओगे, the way you make a building, you can ask fees in the same manner. Though two things, you are investing less and you are asking more fees, you won't get it. You are investing very high, and if you want to get less fees, you want to ask for less fees, you will not make business. So in all cases, you have to plan it on an average, that this is required, this is not required, this is done, this is not done. Right, friends? You have to plan your Excel sheet that you should be able to see it green. Right? Don't make your Excel sheet after 6 years, after starting of your preschool. Make your Excel sheet now. Show it to me, send it to me. Right? I will give you definitely my phone numbers to reach. That is the number I was asking about. There are people in the office who will guide you where you are going wrong in the initial planning state itself. People are sending or putting an Excel sheet where they are writing 25,000 as teacher's salary when the fees is 25,000 rupee per annum. जिस स्कूल में 25,000 का सैलरी है, to the teacher, if you are paying 25,000 salaries, the school fees has to be 50,000 rupees per annum. Friends, yes or no? You are writing 35,000 fees, and when you are putting an expense, you are putting 25,000 rupees as teacher's salary. That is not a right calculation. You are the wrong place, and you are hiring wrong people, or you are trying to give BMW again for a cost of Maruti van. Right, friends? Can I get some thumbs up? Yes, no, understood, not understood. True? Whatever the fees you are charging, the maximum salary should be half of the fees. If your fees is 50, the maximum salary of a teacher should be 25. If your fees is 35, your teacher's salary maximum has to be 17,500. 50% of fees as teacher salary only. You cannot ask 50,000 fees and you cannot pay 50,000 rupees salary. Because every parent needs the best teacher. You also wants to hire a best teacher, right? You want to prove to the society or the world that we have the best teacher, but that doesn't happen because your fees is not permitting you to pay more. All right, friends. So everything there is a see. I'm not seeing any paper, no write-ups in front of me. I am on a white screen. That's it with you people, right? This is called that experience of running a preschool. That what mistake we have done in the past, you should not do that. What people are doing it, they have 5 lakhs in, they'll go and search for a building, they'll start painting tomorrow, 1.5 lakh rupee painting is gone. They'll pay 2 lakhs rupees of deposit, another 2 lakhs rupees is gone, 3.5 lakh gone. They have left out with 1.5 lakh rupee, they'll buy a furniture of 50,000 rupees, right? And 1 or 2 months of salary they will pay, and they do not have money for marketing. 90% of independent preschool, those who are starting in India, they are starting in this way that within the 2 months of running their school, they are running out of money. They are running out of money, trust me. Within the first 2-3 months, right? Painting done, furniture done, salary done, money over. And they are waiting that once the admission will come, they will ask for the salary. They will pay the salary. Or once the month is over, they'll go back to the family, they'll go back to the husband, they'll go back to the father, and they will go back to the bank deposit, withdraw money, and pay the salaries. Friend, this is not the way to start a preschool. I know you are passionate. I know you want to start a preschool. I know you have money of 5-10 lakhs rupees. But you have to plan it wisely. You want to charge 15,000 per annum. I have seen schools, friends. I have seen school, those who are coming back to us after they have failed in the initial 1 or 2 or 6 months. Right? They are charging 15,000 per annum. They are charging 75, 80,000 per annum. Right? And they have invested all of that. I'll give you one reason. The workshop which I'm doing with you right now, I did a similar workshop in Pune. It was January, I think 2018 or January 2019. All right. So there are a lot of workshops done by me physically. Physically means I was present in Pune to do this workshop, how to run a successful preschool. I found 3 partners. The first thing is 3 partners for a preschool. I found these 3 partners in January, right? And they were about to start a preschool in June, because June is the new academic year. And I found these 3 partners and I asked them that what is your building size? They said we have a 3 floors building. I said what is your rental? They said 5 lakhs rupees per month. And they said that we have taken it in the month of some October, November, right? And it was in December, January month. By the time I calculated, they before starting their preschool, to whomever they have paid, and I'm not naming the brand, whatever they have paid, they paid 25 lakhs rupees to the brand. And for that 3, 4, 5 months, they have already spent 25 lakhs rupees without starting their admission open, without doing any training. They are in a loss of 50 lakhs before starting the preschool journey itself. I know they have a money by the handbag what they were carrying in that workshop. I was able to relate that how much money they have in their pockets. So before starting off their marketing, before starting off their preschool training, before knowing anything, they have already lost 25 lakhs of rupees with that brand or with that planning stage. Friends, let's not go so deeper into a sea that we cannot come back. We should not show our passion so deeply that you make losses for years and years and years. I found one lady in Ludhiana. I was doing a session in Jalandhar, I think. I found a lady in Ludhiana. I think one of my friends knows that lady right now. She was running a preschool in their own premises, no rentals. She was running with around 250, 300 children. And the balance sheet was red. Red means negative, loss. Running a school with your own building, right, with 250, 300 children, and you are running into losses. Wow, what's a good business idea, right? राजीव जी सुनो इस एग्जांपल को, कभी मेरे ऑफिस में आप आओगे, बैंगलोर से हो आप, I will show you this sheet. I have a file, friends, where people have written what is the rent, how many rooms, how many classrooms, how much they have spent, what is the number of children. Friends, people do not have expectations. They said 1 year I'll try to reach only 30 numbers. वो चाहते हैं मैं एक साल में 30 ही बच्चा कर लूं, मैं खुश हूं. Why not 100? Why not 150? Why not 200? Why you want to only cover up your rentals for the first year? What about your teacher's salary? What about your investment money and interest on that? Whatever the deposit you have paid or whatever investment you are doing it. Friends, this lady, I said, if you remove 7 teachers, if you remove 7 teachers, which is not required for that number of staff you have, if you remove 7 teachers, you start earning 7 lakhs rupees from tomorrow morning. Right? अगर वो 10-10 हजार भी 8-8 हजार भी 9-9 हजार भी सैलरी देती होगी, 60 टीचर्स को निकालेगी, तो फर्स्ट ईयर में उसको 7 लाख रुपया दिखाई देगा. And she is running into some 10, 15 years of this thing. क्योंकि अपना बिल्डिंग है, you don't need to pay rent, whatever it comes you pay salaries, whatever it comes you pay salary, and you are happy that you have 150 children. अरे happy for what? Happy having 1 crore rupees in bank account but not getting interest. ये कहाँ का नियम है? Right, no? So friends, don't do any mistakes. Don't do anything without a proper planning. All right, friends? So in the initial years, initial planning, say how much money I have, what kind of parent I'm targeting to, how much a parent will pay me. For this payment, for the fees, whatever the fees I'm going to get it, for that, how much I should invest. For that fees, what kind of teachers I want, right? I mean, what kind of area, what marketing I should do, when I should be able to break even my rental, when I should be able to break even my all expenses, and what money I will earn in next 3 years. At least plan. Right, friends? So you need to have a marketing budget also. You need to have an expenses budget, right? And you need to have a plan of not 30 children. Why you want to be happy with 30 children? Why not 60? Why not 100? Why not 200? Possible. Everything is possible, friends. Right? So that is what is very, very important. Now coming back to the next part, student kit. Friends, this is one of my statement. You all has to agree or disagree. I do not understand. You write it down. Before you want to start your own preschool, you must sign up a brand, maybe Hello Kids with me, fine, or any other brand in the world. Run with them for 1 or 2 or 3 years. If you don't like it, remove the brand and change it to your school name. But don't start your own preschool. You do not know where to get a curriculum. You will copy from others. You do not know how to train your teachers. You do not have money to train your teachers. You will not spend money on training 1 or 2 of your teachers also. You will find it, ABCD तो पढ़ाना है, पढ़ा लेते हैं, पेरेंट्स को क्या पता चलता है. ऐसा नहीं है, friends. It's not about like this. It is ABCD. Any teachers, any trained teachers will be able to teach ABCD. That is not your way of educating a small child. right? So you do not know where to buy the books. You do not know where to buy the uniforms. You do not know how many uniforms to buy. You do not know it's a boy or a girl. So you will have more stock in your stock room than you should have invested into two other schools, right? Preschool is like a course. A franchise is like a course. Once you go to do a become lawyer and CA and CS courses, you spend some money, 2 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs. Better to take a franchise, understand a business, ask them question when I will be getting profitable, what should be my rent, what should be my salary, what should be my teachers' requirements, right? Ask them, run it. If you are doing successfully with them, please continue. Otherwise, you have known the business for that 1 or 2 or 3 years of agreement, and you are free to fly off yours, right? That is very, very important, friends, right? A proper planning. And yes, friends, these sessions will not get over. There are a lot of YouTube videos specifically on government rules and regulations, marketing, space requirement, people requirement, salary, investment, expenses. I want you to go to our YouTube channels, see all that videos once or twice before you want to start a preschool, right? And you want to connect with me. I have given my number with you all, right? But you can only message me, friends. Do not call me. And I have given you a Google link about today's session. You can definitely write at least 4 or 5 lines and then send me a message. I will definitely give you a call back in 72 hours. All right. So that is what the time you have given it to me, I'll give you back. If you have any Excel sheet to share with me, this is your planning. I will definitely correct it. Divya, GST is not applicable for your fees. For preschool fees like school fees, there is no GST for the school fees. All right, not for any schools. Daycare, there is a GST, but there is also a minimum and maximum requirements, but not for preschools. All right. So, friends, before sending a message to me to talk, please click the link which I have given to you and then send me a message that you have attended my session and you have some queries. I will definitely give you a call back. Is that fine? Right? I'll tell you something very fast. All right. So that I'll give you a recap of the spaces. As on today, majority of the state do not have a preschool policy. Once it is applicable, it will applicable to all. You must have a 1500 2000 square feet of space to run a preschool. You must have safe drinking water. You must have CCTV camera to safeguard your own interest, right? You must follow an attendance register in your school premises, right? You must make sure that your teachers are trained for what they are going to teach to the children. You must have a proper curriculum. You must have a proper training in place. You must have an assessment structure for your children. All right, that is for your preschool. When somebody is coming to you, you should be able to tell them that you are running a professional preschool, not an auntie or uncle running preschools. Right? I call unbranded preschool as an auntie and an uncle running preschools. There is no head and tails for the schools. All right, friends, always try to take a independent house with already have partitions as rooms. Plan for around 1200 to 2000 square feet of space. It should be based on your rental value and the fees. Rental value should be lesser than or equals to fees per child per annum. All right, rental per month should be lesser than or equals to fees per child per annum. Teacher's salary should be 50% of the fees. Rental should be equivalent to your fees. If your investment is if you have an investment of around 3 to 5 lakhs of rupees, which is in rural, you can get fee structure of around 25,000 easily. If you are looking for a fee structure of around 50,000 rupees, you must invest around 12-15 lakhs of rupees, 10 to 15 lakhs of rupees. And if you want to charge above 50,000 rupees, plan for an investment of around 25 lakhs. Right? That is what I suggest. Right? Must have a marketing plan in picture because you need to spend money. You must need to have at least 2-3 months of your working capital in hand, and you must have 6 months of money in hand for your marketing. Right? You must sign up and run a preschool, your first preschool with a branded preschool only. Do not start your own because you will not be able to run it successfully. Only some 1 or 2 or 5% of people are successful when they are running their own, maybe because of the luck, maybe because of their own premises, maybe because of the area do not have competition. But how you will compete with a branded school when somebody opens tomorrow should be in your mind always. All right. So friends, thank you for listening to me. Any queries? I'll take only 2 queries right now. I have another 4-5 minutes to spare. Otherwise, I have already given you my email ID to reach to me on WhatsApp only. All right. Any 2 queries, friends? Ekta ji, any queries? As you are in the video, you should get the first preference to talk. Unmute yourself, Ekta ji. Ekta madam, unmute करो अपने आप को.
Thank you so much, sir. Actually, I was unable to unmute. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Actually, I'm thinking to start a preschool, but I don't have any place. I did not see actually, and I was registered for your workshop, which is going to be in Pragati Nagar. So it is nearby to my home.
All right.
But
I'll see you very shortly in Hyderabad, madam. No problem, madam. I'll see you very shortly in Hyderabad, maybe 4th or 5th of January. And I think you stay connected with Gautami, right? Okay. She is handling Hyderabad and Secunderabad.
Sure, sure.
Very, very proud to say that after 102 schools in Bangalore, in one city, now Hyderabad and Secunderabad, we already have around 52 centers. All right. Yeah. So last 1 year, we have done almost more than 30 centers in Hyderabad, Secunderabad. Right. So Divya, when you are asking me question, you have to take a license in Bangalore for BBMP. Yes, it is not BBMP, it is Education Department, right? Friends, only in India, only in Bangalore and only in Pondicherry, we have seen people getting registration from the government department, but still there is no PIN number with us, right? Yes, but we have a permission to run a preschool in Bangalore and Pondicherry. These are the 2 locations I have seen. Otherwise, 980 locations we have it in India, 980 centers. Out of that, hardly some 30-40 centers in Bangalore and 1 center in Pondicherry are registered under the Education Department of government. Otherwise, no. All right. So friends, if you have any specific queries for your state, please reach to our people. Wherever you got this message, from wherever you got this message for this session, right? You ask the same person, right? That how to connect to Hello Kids, how to connect to me. I already given my numbers, right? So if you have any specific query, or you can call any of our Hello Kids centers across India, right? Say that you have attended my session, right? मिथिलेश जी अभी तक यूपी में कुछ भी नहीं है सर, देवरिया में अभी तक कुछ भी नहीं है, right? So friends, if you want to talk to any of our centers across India, just find out the details on the website, call them, say that you have attended my session and I have requested you to talk. So आप उनसे बात करो, they will definitely guide you personally. All right, friends. So thank you everyone for listening. And those who are not given your name, location, and phone number, can you please rewrite, friends? Can you please rewrite? Nandini, you can stop recording and let people